Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming. Hi there. Did you see the realization I did after? Hi, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Cryptids. I heard your audible gasp and I was like,
yeah, because
sorry.
It's really feisty when you don't say what you're supposed to say.
Bitch, come for me.
The time that you said hello, hi, she literally caused the podcast to come tell me that was not acceptable.
You can blame it on the alcohol. Just kidding.
Anyway, it's cryptids, kind of. Sometimes cryptids turns into just mythological creatures, but also I feel like mine
it's kind of folklore too.
Yeah, but also so I did gargoyles, and I feel like,
you know what, we be vibing on the folklore shit because I did too.
I feel like gargoyles, there are cryptids that are gargoyles. There are people that swear that cryptids move, or that cryptids, Jesus fucking Christ, that gargoyles move and shit, and that they there was a whole cartoon about it, right? What the hell just happened? There was a whole cartoon about it. Anyway, Emily's really blurry for some reason. Don't know why.
I was trying to fix it the whole time.
But if you don't know what gargoyles are, they're those little stone monster bat looking creatures on top of old churches and castles and random houses in downtown Indianapolis.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, there you go. Or
as Midwesterners say, Notre Dame.
Yeah, and that wasn't even the cartoon I was talking about when I said there was a whole cartoon about it. There's literally
listen, Gargoyles is so fucking weird and dark. I feel like as a child watching that at 10 p.m. was insane.
I loved that fucking cartoon, and I can't think of what her name is right now because of course I fucking can't. But that one, the girl one, was
the female gargoyle, or the love interest of the gargoyle.
The female gargoyle was low key part of my sexual awakening.
Was it fuck, what was her name?
I can't think of it right now. Pretty sure it starts with a V, but I can't think of it.
Oh
yeah, that one. That was her name.
Demona.
Yeah.
Eliza was was Goliath's baby mama. Something.
Yeah, can't even remember what she looks like, so that's clearly not who I was talking about.
She honestly is like a black-haired, tannish, skinny little thing.
I was talking about the female gargoyle. But anyway, gargoyles are real in the sense that they exist as statues on top of buildings. And did you know that they actually had there was actually a purpose to them? It wasn't just decorative or to scare off the birds or whatever. Apparently they were originally fancy water spouts. So gutters. They would literally, the rain would flow through the gargoyle and out their mouth and project away from the building to protect the walls from damage. And the word gargoyle actually comes from a French word that I forgot to look up the pronunciation for, which gargouille? I don't know. Anyway, which means throat or gullet, basically referring to how the water comes out their mouth. But looking at them and their interesting visage, there are tons of tales about them. So in medieval Europe, people believed that they were protectors of sacred spaces, and that they had grotesque shapes to help ward off evil spirits, and a supernatural security system.
Listen, this makes me want to watch that show.
the cartoon, right? So their like scary faces are gonna scare away demons, restless souls, really anything supernatural that might come looking to harm the inhabitants of the building. And so that's what people thought. Some legends even claim the gargoyles could come to life, and this is where the cryptid bit comes into it. They believe that they break free of their stone shells at night to patrol the streets, driving off evil and returning to their perches by dawn. Which is kind of the premise of the cartoon.
Did you know the voice actor for Goliath, who is the main character of that show, is Keith David? And Keith David played a lot of iconic fucking characters that no one even remotely realizes.
No, I did not.
He plays Dr. Felicier. He plays the fucking bartender in Hazbin Hotel.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that was his name.
I was like, who the fuck voiced Goliath? And when I saw Keith David, I was like,
that's awesome.
That's my child. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, so it's not just a European thing either. There are lots of cultures around the world that use, like, they may not use the typical gargoyle human bat figure, but they would use guardian figures. There were stone lions, dragons in some Asian cultures. Some African cultures would use the Sphinx or other animal spirits, and they'd be carved into buildings to serve a similar protective purpose. Not the water spout purpose, but like a protective purpose as in spiritually. Which kind of goes back to like it's kind of common across cultures and across like religions, for lack of a better term. In that, like, I don't know, it's like a human instinct to protect our space and our energy with some kind of art. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like witches now use like besoms or besoms, however you say that word.
I have no idea what the fuck that is.
The little broom things.
Brooms.
Yeah, but they have another name. Anyway, they use the brooms, and they use like owls and cats and all the different things to serve as like protections, or even just runes if you think about it like that. But anyway, over time, the artists that were creating these gargoyle sculptures get more creative. So some of them are the classic monster scary ones, while other ones are almost like playful looking. And there's even a story about a cathedral in France that has a gargoyle that's shaped like a nun making faces. So, whatever, crazy things. But there's also
Besoms.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
There's a lot of pop culture references, like we've kind of already discussed. There's the 90s cartoon Gargoyles, and then there's I'm gonna say Notre Dame because I am from the Midwest.
Notre Dame.
Then I'm trying to think, there was another movie that had gargoyles in it. I feel like maybe Night at the Museum, something like that. And of course, there is a smutty book for every niche that you could think of. There is definitely a smutty gargoyle book out there. So that is gargoyles. They're protecting you and also keeping the water off of the walls of the building, which was their original purpose. But the cryptid part of that is that sometimes people believe they come to life and hop down off the roof and move about at night and then get back on the roof before morning.
Crazy.
Wild.
And if you would like to watch, you know, Gargoyles near you, because it's definitely not on Disney Channel no more, because they canceled it for some goddamn reason, you could actually watch it on Disney Plus.
I was going to say,
cannot, because Disney Plus decided that I cannot watch my bestie's Disney Plus subscription, even though we're not in the household. So I'm real fucking sad about it. But you can also watch it on Apple TV or Fandango. Just don't use your friend's Disney Plus because you get banned. Which
we did
really
this where we have like the Hulu and Disney Plus bundle, so our Disney Plus is like $2 a month.
We just bought Netflix so that we could watch Love on the Spectrum. We probably should wait.
That's fair.
But I can technically watch it on my phone, so I probably just cast it. It's just a lot easier just to go to the app on the computer or the TV. Whatever. Millennial problems. Anyways, okay. I'm going to the complete opposite side of, protection, whatever. And we're going to pick a different bird, essentially. Okay. So imagine you're stepping back into an age where, magic is still whispered upon and nobody knows if it's not real. We're going to go to the Nile area, to Egypt, and we're going to go look at some of their magical creatures that they have that no one knows about. So this is all about the cryptid mythological creature, Sorry, I had a stroke. I have to see. Okay. The Bennu.
If you're not watching the YouTube right now, you should, because her facial expressions right now, she's trying to pronounce this, are hilarious.
Listen, I had to pull up the Wikipedia just so I could look at it again because I thought I read it right. It's the E that's fucking me up. Dress. Bennu. Why that was difficult. America. Okay. Anyways, we're talking about the Bennu. It is the mysterious bird whose legend is that of the phoenix. So we're going to talk about the phoenix of the Nile. And when you're thinking of the phoenix, many people probably think of Fox from do you think he's named Fox because of Guy Fawkes, who they burn something every year? Okay, you're the Harry Potter person, so I thought I'd ask. More Harry Potter than I am, kind of thing. You know what color fucking Dumbledore's underwear are because you're that into it.
Rude.
I didn't say it was a bad thing. I was just saying that's the kind of into it you are. So they're probably thinking something on the smaller realm. We're talking Thunderbird from the Fantastic Beasts and How to Find Them kind of size. We're talking huge. It is
a playful reference to Guy Fawkes, the infamous figure associated with the Gunpowder Plot in British history.
I knew it. That's what I was thinking. Oh, I love it when I'm right. Anyways, okay. The Bennu. Fuck, I'm doing it again. The Bennu is an enormous bird. It has plumage of shimmering iridescence of fire and gold. It is also seen, it's seen as foreboding, but it's also good luck too. So The fuck just I'm sorry, my brain is not working. It was a weird fucking day. And I never got to process the day I had. So um long before modern eyes could record its likeness, the ancient Egyptians revered the Bennu as more than like a creature of flesh and feather. It was essentially born out of the primordial chaos. It's sometimes seen as the mystical herald of creation. So according to the legends inscribed on like temple walls found in Egypt, and obviously carried on by like in the hearts of priests, the Bennu emerged from like the sacred waters, embodying the eternal rhythm of death and rebirth. It wasn't just merely a bird, it was a living symbol of renewal, a luminescent spirit, if you will, chosen by the gods, sorry, to oversee the cycles of nature. God damn it. What the hell is happening over here? The Egyptian gods are pissed because I'm fucking up their myth. That's exactly what's happening. It was a literally everything over here just started dropping all at the same time. It was a living symbol of renewal, a luminescent spirit chosen by the gods to oversee the cycles of nature. Its form often depicted with delicate, elongated features and a mane of glittering feathers. It was both regal and enigmatic. It was essentially like a poetic reminder that every ending is always a new beginning. Oh. Oh. So this thing is like my document is not working correctly. I'm so sorry. We are fucking up. I'm so sorry.
You know, it's still gonna be better than those one episodes where like I'm out chasing a dog and then your internet goes out.
Listen, it has been just like straight fucking chaos the last few days. It has just been insane. It's I'm telling you, it's just I actually have had internet problems ever since that not ever since, but like 3 days after losing power. I was like, what the fuck is that? What is happening? Anyways, so you're seeing like picture this, you're like on the side of the Nile, you see like a colossal shadow swooping overhead, and you're like wondering, is this the mythological creature or not? And then the next thing you got to think about is what's the message, what's dying, what's coming back, all of that. So each of these fuck, what? I don't even know what's happening right now. Like everything's just fucking up. Like my whole like screen just went off. You know what? Let's go off on a tangent real quick because this is clearly not fucking working. I really like cryptids as like a thing, but it really like sometimes it's a struggle to find all the stuff that you need to have about these things. It's like, damn, how the fuck did I do this?
It is a struggle, and like some cryptids are so localized or obscure that it's hard to find more than like a couple of sentences or like one or two things about them.
And especially if you get like a culture that is like, if you choose like a cryptid from like a culture area, like that's rough too.
Yeah.
So how's your needy baby doing?
He's on the back of the chair with like the recliner. Now he gave up on being held like an infant. Um, but he will be so excited here in just a couple of hours because his mom will be home. Finally. We are all going to be so excited.
You're gonna be like, I'm not a single parent anymore.
It's just like, it just doesn't feel right. Like, nothing feels right because she's not here. And then, like, I'm doing things that she would normally do. And there's been things like that I've forgotten to do because she's not here. And usually, like, she'll do something that triggers me to remember to do something. Like, it's just a mess. It's a mess. And
I get
nobody
that.
is sleeping well. Like,
Our last person's not here. What the fuck is happening?
yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go a lot off memory for this as much
I
as I
like it.
can. So here we go. Okay. Anyways, this would
Mercury
be
be
an Emily.
retrograded.
Huh?
Mercury be retrograded.
Listen, it wouldn't be an Emily part of the show if there wasn't something going wrong in my end, whether that's speaking or anything. Okay. Anyways, so a lot of people obviously, Egypt is. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not an oasis. I've never been there, so I can't like say one way or another. But it's got the giant water source known as the Nile. So the Nile is where a lot of people stayed in ancient times. So when you're there, you're going to see a lot of animals. You're going to see crocodiles. You're going to see different birds, herons, all of that. So when you're there, it's not uncommon to see a bird flying around. So this Bennu kind of goes it's kind of like a heron in a way. I feel like it's very it resembles a lot of like the heron like look basically. And so it's been described that it's a heron transformed with glowing hues of like scarlet and gold. Its wings the wingspan is bigger than anything you've seen, at least by this standard and of time. It's obviously not going to be bigger than an airplane, but this is ancient Egypt we're talking about. But it's basically it's flying high up into the dark sky, and it like is the only it's like the beacon of light essentially, and then it like cries out and it's just silencing everything, just silences itself. So that's kind of how ancient storytellers described the Bennu. It was essentially the creature of beauty, power, mystery, while also being tied with the not necessarily good luck or forebodingness, but like that like balance. So like the cycle of life and death, that balance between this or that. So the Bennu was obviously prior is said to have emerged from the primordial waters at the very dawn of creation. So it is closely associated with the sun god Ra. So he's serving as a herald of new beginnings and a symbol of the eternal cycle of life, death, and rebirth. They believed that the Bennu had the power to rejuvenate itself, so much like the phoenix, which comes from Greek mythology. But I mean, there's probably a time where Greek and Egyptian like merged, and created like a culture.
Yeah.
Not created a culture, but like just melted, a melting pot, if you will. So it's derived from the verb weben, meaning to rise or to shine, and it underscores its role as a bringer of light and renewal. But obviously not much is known from way back then. Like, it's actually said that the pyramids of Giza are much closer in years to, like, the woolly mammoth. Like, it was older than the woolly mammoth.
Side quest. Did
Okay.
you see that they've like started full on Jurassic Parking fucking animals? I don't know. I didn't fact check this. Did you send me that?
Yeah.
The dire wolf? And they're
The
like
what?
trying the dire wolf that they like cloned.
Yeah. They cloned it. They birthed it. It's alive.
Yeah. So like
I
they
saw-
have unextincted that animal and like they're trying to do that with the woolly mammoth. Like, what? Dude,
It's-
there are like 7 movies now that prove why this is a bad idea.
Yo, I said the exact same thing. My
But
assistant
also
at
that
work,
direwolf puppy was fucking cute and I want it.
right? Like, okay, are we going to bring this back? Because I want a puppy. So my assistant actually said that yesterday, and I was like, man, we about to be Jurassic Park World, whatever the fuck. We're gonna be all of them in one. We
Yeah,
gonna
there
be
are
riding
literally
through
like
our new
6 movies
safaris.
proving
Disney's
why this
gonna
is a terrible
capitalize
idea.
on it. They're gonna what?
So there are literally like 6 movies proving that this is a terrible idea.
Yeah. Disney's gonna capitalize on it. They're gonna be like, we got you. We got this. Okay. You guys wanted animals. We gave you Animal Kingdom. Now we gonna go to Dino World. You thought the Dino World died over here at Animal Kingdom? Nah,
man.
they gonna get that big one. We gonna bring Dinosaur the ride back. That's what's gonna bring people in, and it's gonna be a legitimate Dinosaur the World.
Listen, Dinosaur was one of my favorite rides at Disney World, and I'm very upset. Like the last time we went to Disney World, we went on that ride like at least 5 times.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, every single childhood photo I have of being on that ride, it's me covering my ears because it's too damn loud and me doing this. Every single fucking childhood photo is the exact.
I only went once as a child. I've been once as an adult, once as a child.
So I went a couple of years ago as an adult, and I told the people I was with, I was like, look, I need to not do this, and I need to not do this because I'm telling you right now, if I have another fucking photo of me doing, I'm gonna fucking lose it. So we were coming around, I was like, okay, I think this is it. Okay, no, I think this is it. Okay, oh fuck, when is it? And so like you see me holding on like this. I'm not terrified. I'm just, what the fuck? I'm telling you, it makes no fucking sense, but here we are. Anyways.
Right, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Anyways, it's so funny. Were you talking about rebirth for a second? Or did I say extinct? Like, how did we get on that side quest?
You said the woolly mammoth. That it was like,
oh, okay, because I'm okay. So basically, this culture is as old as fucking time. The pyramids are older than the woolly mammoth. And then thank you. I was like, okay, I don't remember where I was. And like, obviously, like specific dinosaurs throughout the Jurassic timeline periods, whatever. I can't say that. Jurassic is a timeline. Whatever.
That would be a period.
Protozoic, I think. I don't know. I used to be like big into that history side, but so basically dinosaurs, the pyramids, and then woolly mammoths. That's basically how it is, okay? Like we have lived closer to the life of Cleopatra than we have to the beginning of the fucking pyramids, okay?
Yeah.
Like that's insane. This shit is fucking old, I'm telling you. Anyways, so obviously because of how old it is, some cryptozoologists have asked, man, I'm getting so like into this, my like thing is shaking. My like camera's going back and forth. So some cryptozoologists have actually asked if the Bennu is not necessarily like a myth from time, but more like an extinct bird. Because shit got big. I don't know what the fuck happened to where we like got tiny. Shit got big. But a lot of ancient depictions of the Bennu often resembled like a giant heron. Um, like a giant fucking, oh my god, what if it's like a pterodactyl?
Could be.
Oh my
Except that
god.
I don't think humans and dinosaurs lived at the same time.
They didn't. But like a descendant. Like what if the blue heron's like a descendant?
Is that like the chicken, the descendant of the dinosaurs?
Yeah. That's why I
Like,
said it.
yeah, maybe.
Can you just imagine being like the king of the dinosaurs with
I don't know
possible
why.
fucking
I
feathers?
thought you were gonna say, "Can you just imagine being a chicken?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, I
Okay,
can."
well, you're skipping the conversation because I was gonna say something like that. But what I'm saying is, like, can you just imagine being like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, being like the king of the fucking dinosaurs, like flitting around in your fucking feathers, and then you like evolve, and now you're just
A chicken?
you're fucking hey on a boat, like that.
That's hilarious.
Like, can you like just imagine that? Like, it's like fucking Taran going down into a fucking chicken.
Like now Taryn is a chameleon in some classroom as the class pet.
Listen, pretty much I fell in love with a bearded dragon uh at work, and I named him Tarn. He was a sassy,
I remember that.
grumpy lizard. So I named him Tarn, and everyone was like, Taryn? And I was like, no, Tarn. Just Tarn. Like Tarn. Oh, that's Tarn.
But
Tarn.
that's
Tarn.
technically how you pronounce it
Yeah,
in
I
the
don't know.
real pronunciation.
Yeah. Tarnanok. Tarnanok. Anyways, so a lot of them uh resembled the giant heron that may have once roamed the region. So the now extinct Bennu heron, or Ardea bennuidzi, I don't know, it's Latin, I don't know that. I made it a purpose not to learn Latin after my Catholic upbringing told me to. Is thought to have been larger than any heron alive today. So these sightings could have been what inspired the myth. Um, Now other theories propose that the Bennu might have been a metaphorical like idea of a natural phenomenon. So like the shimmering feathers and fiery associations could reflect the way light dances on water at sunset, reframing an ordinary heron into like that extraordinary kind of like shimmer and light. So a lot of people question this theory of it was actually just a reflection of light bouncing off.
Right.
So what's kind of intriguing on modern reports, there has been some, fleeting, unconfirmed sightings of large crane-like birds in remote areas near riverbanks and wetlands. Not saying they're related, but I mean, there's similarities there. So some witnesses described that creatures larger than any known heron or stork um, have been witnessed. Their movements are very graceful. Um, their cries are kind of oh my god, you know what it's like the death bird. It looks like a giant fucking stork that has like an eerie sounding like kind of thing.
So
Like
like the
look up
opposite of a stork. Storks are
yeah.
supposed to bring
It's
babies.
yeah, this one brings death. Anyways, I wonder if it's something like that too. Um because these like eyewitnesses or whatever claim that the stork sound is very eerie. So it could be remnants of a once, flourishing population, or it could be like kind of paranoia in a way where you hear these things and then it's just like you witness it. Um so
It's
while
a
obviously
logical being.
yeah, so while mainstream science dismisses these sightings as misidentifications or, those exaggerations, cryptozoologists argue that they deserve a closer investigation. Not that like we don't know every single thing that's like on our planet, because not every year, but there's always some new discovery happening, like, oh, we found a new type of species, or we didn't know this evolved, like, is this evolving or whatever. So there's possibilities of you just need a crazy ass white person to go find it. That's all you need. Nobody from the culture, because they're going to be terrified to go search for it. They need like a crazy ass person who likes that shit. All right, Brandy, saddle up. We're going.
Excuse me. I may be white, but I am not that white.
Anyways, so cryptozoologists are thinking like maybe these are just some remnants from the giant population, and these are just like maybe more rare, elusive type creatures. So whether or not there was ever like an actual physical creature, its legacy still endures. So in ancient art and literature, the Bennu represents rebirth and transformation.
Much like the phoenix.
Yeah. It teaches us that every ending carries with us a potential for a new beginning, whether it's good or bad. It's relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. It's like you go to bed in a shitty mood and you take a nap and you wake up and you're like, oh, I feel so much better.
It's also
all you need is a nap.
When one door opens, another one closes, or when one door closes, another one opens, kind of vibes.
That makes me think of the Tina McBride. When one door opens, I hope another, or when one door closes, I hope one more opens.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope you dance. Yo, anytime I see that or hear that song, all I can think of is like waking up Saturday morning, eating my fucking cereal, watching the top 20 music videos on there. Like, that's all I can think of. It's like, it's not like nostalgic. It's not a nostalgic song for me, but like it brings about nostalgic feelings. Anyways, it teaches us that every ending has that beginning coming for you, whether it's good or bad. So it reminds us that like the human need to connect with nature is there. It helps us find the meaning in the patterns and in the cycles of the world of
shit.
Huh?
Said that sounds like some witchy shit.
I honestly thought you said that sounds like a magician.
I mean,
similar. Yeah. Finding the meaning in the patterns and the cycles in the world around us. You know what? Liberals are witches because they're like, history's repeated itself.
Listen.
At least for the protest right now. Anyways,
facts are facts, man.
Like, really though. It's not just like a story of a bird that flew over people, but it's something that it gives you like those never-ending questions to search for your answers. So it's just like, other than the new beginnings, it's like it's kind of
crack my neck.
Oh, I thought you were being Odin for a second. I was like, no. Okay, you excited? Damn. But it also like asks you to like question things. I mean, if you want to get really deep into it. So anyways, this is a story crypto zoologist favorite thing because it blurs between fact and fiction, because it also includes like mythical things. It's this bird was closely related to Ra for the sun god, and it's kind of like the sun goes down, the sun comes back. So it's a favorite, not well known cryptid, if you will. But it also is very similar. There's like other cultures out there that have Bennu resemblance. So like the Greek phoenix, the Native American Thunderbird, and then there's like another one. I don't remember the other one. There's like one more culture that has something similar to it. But it's like a Chinese or like Vietnamese. They have one as well. But yeah, other than that, it's basically a giant glowing heron that renews itself. The only thing is I can never figure out like where that, not necessarily where that came from, but like more on the Bennu about like, does it just live its life and die and it's just like symbolism, or does it have, is it like the Avatar where it has a greater purpose? Yo, that is such a good Phoenix story right there, the Avatar.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. I legitimately have to decompress from today, and that's,
Yeah.
when a used condom fucking falls on you, you gotta like,
I would need to decompress as well. And I also, the first thing I would do is shower like you did, so.
I'm telling you, and it was so fucking traumatizing. So when you're in, and by the like the, okay, so if anyone listens to Onyx Storm, they're gonna find out that our compactor broke, and I was essentially playing in fucking trash today. Our compactor at work gets very, very backed up, if you will, and you have to essentially either take trash out of it or like force it in and like make it fit like a fucking puzzle piece just to get it to like turn on. And it doesn't matter how many times this thing breaks down. It doesn't matter how many people you fucking talk to do the same thing. They never listen. You have to throw it in. It cannot sit in the chute. If it sits in the chute, you're done for. So we have like giant poles, and we're like pushing it in and pushing it in. And it gets to a part where I think I can close up the door of the compactor. But it's heavy. It's a heavy like door that is corroded essentially. So I'm like using the fucking wall behind me to like push and push and push up. Like I'm like hanging in midair trying to push this fucking thing closed, and my assistant's behind me using the pole to like she's using it on her chest, like pushing it in, and it gets to a point where like a bag breaks. Mm-hmm. And that bag gets all over us. And I look down and I see a used condom at my feet where it was not there before. Nope. So I was like, I'm done. We shut the door. We got it closed. And I went inside, grabbed the Lysol spray, sprayed the fuck out of me, washed my hands, typed up my emails. I was like, I'm leaving. This is broke. We have a plan. Don't call the emergency line. Fuck you, bitches, for doing this. Goodbye. And I was like, let's go. And we left. So, and that's why I'm double fisting it tonight with a drink and some pin.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So good luck with that.
That could have been a homeless dude. I don't fucking know.
Ew.
Anyways.
We're done now with this, so you can go decompress however you see fit.
I'm gonna go play a game. I can't watch Goliath, so
it's a great plan.
Gargoyles. Anyways, that's your cryptids of the day, your mythological beings. So until next time.
Bye.